Hello everyone, this is going to be an unboxing and setup tutorial of the Blusafe Mirage Fingerprint Padlock. So as we can see, this is what it looks like in the box. It does come in two shackle lengths with short and long, as you can see at the top here. And it also comes in black and chrome. And the benefit of using a long over a short shackle is just in case you need to put it through a larger object, sometimes through a larger chain or something like that, depends on what you're securing. So we'll go ahead and open the box here. And inside the box, you have a number of things. So we have the instructions. We have a black short shackle padlock for today's demonstration. We have a charging cable. And we have a setting tool. So, to start with setting up your padlock, when you first open it, we recommend that you charge it fully before your first use to make sure that it has optimum battery life. If you just look at the underneath of the padlock and remove this rubber seal, you can see a micro USB charging port. So if you just use this cable here with a power bank or a USB charger, you can actually put that in there and charge it fully up. It'll take a couple of hours to fully charge, and when you've done that, take the lock, and when there's no users registered and the lock is brand new, anybody can open it with any finger. So anyone just puts their finger or thumb onto the padlock and you can see that it opens very easily. So what we need to do is register our first fingerprint. Now, the first 3 fingerprints that you register to your padlock will all be the admin users. And what that means is, if in future you want to add any more fingerprints to the padlock, it will need an admin user to verify it first before you can add a user, just to make sure that nobody can add them if they're not verified. And to start this process, you need to get the setting tool. So if you take that and look in the bottom of the padlock, you can see a small hole. If you put the setting tool into the hole and just push and hold for 3 seconds, you'll hear a beep and it'll light up. It's now ready to add a fingerprint. So we're going to touch it once just to activate it, and then we're going to use the finger that you want to use to add, and we recommend that you add this in multiple different positions. So once you've pressed it 5 times, it lights up green, and now this thumb has been registered. So we can see when I use my thumb, the padlock opens, but if I use my finger, it will turn red and it won't let me open it. So now we have one thumb registered on the padlock. Now, as we'll see here, this is now an admin fingerprint. When I hold the set button for 3 seconds, it beeps. I then need to use my admin fingerprint to authorize it, and then I can start adding another finger. Again, we're going to add it in different positions to make sure that it recognizes the whole finger. As it's gone green, we can see that now we can open it with the thumb and the finger, but the next one won't work. So let's repeat that process again and just get all 3 admin fingerprints in. We're going to put the setting tool into the hole. We're going to press and hold for 3 seconds until it beeps. We can now use this admin fingerprint to verify, and then we can use a different finger. Again, we're going to use different positions until it's ready. It flashes green, and now all 3 fingers have been verified and they're all admin fingerprints. So we can open it with the thumb, the forefinger, and the middle finger. But as we can see, the other ones won't work. Now, after you've added the first 3 admin fingerprints, every other fingerprint from here will be a user. And you can add up to 20 fingerprints altogether, so we can add 17 more user prints. So let's do that. Again, it's the exact same process. We're going to put the setting tool into the hole. We're going to press and hold for 3 seconds. We're going to authorize with an admin fingerprint, and then we're going to add our user. Again, in different positions. It's now ready. And now we can see that this is now a registered user and it will open the padlock. But again, other users aren't. Now, you can obviously continue that process and add more fingerprints as you wish to make sure that your family are all able to use the padlock. However, if at some point you decide that you want to reset all the fingerprints so that you can re-add different people, for example, or if there's someone that you've added that you no longer want to have access to that padlock, you can take the setting tool and put it into the hole. Now we're going to hold it for 5 seconds. So we'll hear 1 beep, and then we're going to wait for the second beep, and 3 red flashes. We now need to activate this and authorize it with a admin fingerprint. And once we do that, it then deletes all of the fingerprints, and now any fingerprint can open the padlock again. So we can see we haven't registered any of these ones, and we're back to where we started. So again, the first 3 fingerprints you now register again after resetting will all be admin fingerprints, and then from there the rest of them will be user fingerprints. So again, you will get a low battery warning. The light will flash when it's going to have low battery. So you're aware of it, but you can also charge it from a power bank or from a mains USB device. Again, just add the micro USB into the bottom of the padlock and use the USB on the other side to connect to the device. And you can leave that to charge. The last few things we recommend is just to make sure when you're using this, you do dry your fingers first to make sure your fingers are dry and clean as much as possible to add your finger. Just sometimes if it's a bit wet, it might not recognize it, but we do recommend that all users register at least 3 fingerprints. Therefore, if one doesn't work, then you can always use a different one instead. Okay, well, I think that's everything. If you have any questions, please go to the Blusafe website and get in touch, and we'll see you again in future. Thank you.